Big time.
Okay,
Yeah,
I knew I'd catch you on one of those.
I've been playing video games since, I mean, in Christmas of '89 we got the original Nintendo, but my family has been, you know, we had the Atari, the Intellivision, the Apple IIc. I mean, I grew up with all that stuff, so I have like the OG systems, and then, you know, I've carried that well into my adulthood. You know, the PS5, the PC, I play it all. And like people that have the big wars, like Xbox, PlayStation, this and that, I'm like, why not both? Like that taco commercial, you know? Why don't we have both? ¿Por qué no los dos? But I like to broaden my horizons, and I watch anime, I play video games. You know, I do like to go fishing on occasion. My dad's a big fishing fan and stuff. You know, when I was in high school, I played football, so I like watching football sometimes.
Yeah, we were actually, we both played football in middle school. I'm a big tomboy, and we were the same number too, find out later.
Yeah, we both played number 78. Crazy.
It was pretty well, and we do make a good team though. Like he gets the directing part right, because like, you know, he gets the accuracy, because he's big on accuracy, and I'm a producer. I make stuff happen. I get it done. Like, let's keep going. Let's do the thing. And with our powers combined, we're able to bring you guys, you know, fresh new content and bring the Family Guy show to real life.
An example of that really was like one of the most recent videos that we made. I'm going to be posting it to YouTube soon, where we recreated the scene where Lois was cleaning the shoes with the hose, and she was turning Joe on and fixing his marriage with her seduction, and the scene where she's actually cleaning the shoes, we ended up shooting one for one.
I think I'm cleaning diarrhea, think I'm cleaning diarrhea, really think so.
I have this whole song stuck in my head now because I had read it so many times. Oh my god! But you know, and that's the fun part. It's like bringing cartoons to life and like seeing what we can, you know, bring to reality. And I've made a few of the music videos and stuff. We did the "Poop in Strange Places" song, and I think the next one I want to do is the "Butter on a Pop-Tart" song. I think people will flip out for that. Shapoopy's going to be a little bit more of a challenge because that's a whole musical number, but I think "Butter on a Pop-Tart" is going to be the next one.
We'll definitely be looking.
Not for nothing, when we started, like for me, I wanted to always be like original and create something new and like whatever. And like it was actually working against me in the fact that like the show's already there. Just that's what the fans want. That's what the people want. I wanted to be true to myself and my art and do it my way, which I still do. But like when I was like, why am I kicking myself in the butt when I could just like do the thing? And I just go watch the episode, plug it in, and I do the thing, and it worked out a lot better, and it actually took a lot of stress off of me, just to like, all the pressure to be original and to come up with new ideas and be fresh. No, I already got like 21 seasons. I'll just go back to that, go on Fox, it'll be over. Roll credits.
Roll them. And one of the craziest things is that they ended up mentioning me on an episode of Family Guy, which was like the ultimate satisfaction. It's like, shit, when you become so noisy, they can't ignore you anymore, and they have to say something. And that was season 17, episode 16, Behind the Booth. It's kind of like a parody of how they do the voiceovers on a DVD commentary or something like that. And Peter thinks that Lois is going to leave him. And Seth MacFarlane tells him that, you know, he doesn't have to worry about any of that because none of them are real. They're cartoons voiced by himself, Alex Borstein, Mila Kunis, and Seth Green. It's like, wait, if I'm not real, then why does a fat nerd pretend to be me at every Comic-Con? He's like, don't mention him, I'll only encourage him.
Robert's probably been tagged like Seth MacFarlane so many times. Fox, Seth MacFarlane.
He probably hates me now.
I was gonna say at this point, he just doesn't want to.
Cringes. He's like,
can't he just die of a stroke already, damn it? Stroke. Stop mocking me.
And Lois, so you said you're a producer. How did that career path come about?
like I said, after the army and they didn't appreciate comedians, I was like, what do I really want to do? Like, what is my dream? And I've always wanted to be an artist and a creator and an actor, comedian. And so I was like, you know what, forget it. And I just like left the military honorably. And I packed my stuff and I moved to New York City, and I've been doing this for 13 years. And like I said, I'm not just, not to suck my own dick, but but I'm super talented. So like when I was doing all the different kind of arts, like the first thing I did was in a girl group, and the next thing I did was a burlesque thing, and then a couple horror movies, and now cosplay. And at the end of the day, I had all these different photography, painting. I had all these different lanes of media, not a master of none. That I was able to communicate with all, like I said, the different varieties of creators that it takes to make a production happen. That it just happened that way, and it's been awesome. The amount of the creative people I've been able to work with in New York and to travel with, and all the cons and all the fans and all y'all's costumes and the energy you guys give me. This is my dream job, and it's been hard, you know, because my dreams are a nightmare sometimes, but I don't regret not giving it a try. And I wouldn't go back. I want to keep trying and keep doing it and being true to myself and what I really wanted to do. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be a cog in the machine and then your whole life is gone and you don't even have enough money to retire. At least try.
And that's the amazing advice too, that you guys keep pushing through it all, no matter the ups and downs. And like you said, you're starting to live the dream you thought of, that's free and doing what you like. And I'm sure everybody here as fans can aspire to do certain things like that, as well as, say, childhoods. How were childhoods growing up? I mean, don't want to get too personal, but I figured I would like to get to know you guys.
I actually was raised in New Mexico. It's like right over there. Where are we? That way? No, that way. But yeah, I was raised in Espanola, New Mexico. I had it kind of rough. I was raised in the projects, and then I was in foster care for many years. And I actually ended up with a Japanese family adopted me, and that was nuts. Cause like I'm like, in my teens, almost aged out of foster care system, and to have Mama June adopt me, and they didn't even watch anime. I was like, what? Like.
Disappointing.
I was like, how do you find a Japanese family in New Mexico when you're just this big weeb? And I just have found that no matter how dark of the experiences I've had in my life that is sad, or the things that I've had to overcome, the brightness is just like overwhelming.
It's
like I can't make this stuff up. I'm just like blown away. Like it can be super extremely sad, but it's balanced in whatever chaotic world it is. It's absolutely balanced.
It's brought you harmony.
But I appreciate all the things that I have, and like he's been very lucky to have the family that he has. I've met both his mom, may she rest, and his dad is amazing. He's had plenty of things, and it's really nice to share two different lives. Like how can I say this politely? When you had too much and too little, but also found a way to, again, be balanced. And it was a very beautiful thing, and it's a great partnership. He's one of my best friends in the world, and we do a lot of these things to honor his mom, too. So. Yeah,
we lost my mom back in 2021, but she loved everything that I did with the cosplay and stuff, and she was super, super supportive, and so was my dad. And my ultimate goal has always been to become a voice actor in animation, and that's still the dream, and I still keep that alive. And granted, I could have done more in my career to try to drive towards that, but who doesn't? Not everybody's living on 100% all the time, and depression is a real thing, and creator block is a real thing, and I haven't posted as much on my YouTube because I've been going through stuff personally, and I'm finally coming out of it, and I'm starting to create again and find that spark and that joy. And it's great to come to these shows and pick the minds of the people that work in the industry that I'd love to one day. And honestly, with every person that I meet, it makes me want to do it more, because you find what wonderful people work in the voice acting field, and how they're all like a big family, and like it's not like as cutthroat as Hollywood, where it's like, oh well, Ben Affleck got the job, so now I'm out of work. It's more like, I don't think I'm the right guy for the job, but I know somebody who is, and they'll do that kind of thing. And it's a rare thing to see in any kind of entertainment. And I always, found joy in bringing the cartoons to life, and the joy that brings people. Even little kids love when I do like the SpongeBob voices and stuff, And it's always been fun to me to play around with those characters and kind of step out of my own shoes. And that's where the cosplay really came into play too, because you know everybody's got their own demons, and I felt that like stepping out of my own shoes was kind of cathartic for me at that time in my life, where it's like I get to not be me, and then like. Of course, the first time I'm like really not me, I go viral and I become famous. I'm like, great, really, I'm worthless. But you know, I love going to these things, like I said, and they really have changed my life in a very, very positive way and a very complete way, because you know I'm not the same person I was in 2012.
Nobody wants Robert, they want Peter.
That's true. I created a monster because nobody wants to see Robert no more. They want Peter up top level.
Down with Robert.
No, I mean, most comedians suffer with mental illness, like depression and stuff, and they really just want to bring that light out. You know what I mean? We've gotten better at the self-deprecation jokes, you know, just because that's not good for your mental health, but the fact that we want to bring joy and comedy and laughter and that fun energy, that's the light we want to bring to the world, so that's what we do.
And I see that. And I see that as a real big thing between you guys, because like you said, the resonance, the chemistry between you both works very well. Every walk by that I passed by you guys and said hi and everything, it's been very great. I mean, you guys are, even introvert as you are, you're still pretty open. I mean,
you give the old razzle dazzle, a little surfing bird, a little shut up Meg, and they love it, you know?
Now, I heard you say you could do a SpongeBob voice.
Hey Patrick, are you angry too?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I can't see my forehead.
A round of applause, everybody. That was amazing.
How many voices do you think I think it's like 66 or more, right?
So I have videos on YouTube up to 75 voices, and I had another list of 25 that I never recorded. So I know I can do over 100 voices. I just, you know, I can't rapid fire them off the top of my head right now.
Can you even count to 100, Peter?
Maybe not. Maybe that's why I didn't post 100, because I kind of got lost after 75.
That's why we have 2 kids.
It was a new high score, and I didn't know what to do. That's why I don't know how much I weigh. I can't read the scale.
The highest score after this.
It just is get off a weight.
It's a heavy burden being Peter.
So the concrete jungle that is New York. You moved there and you lived in Jersey, you said?
No, Long Island.
Long Island.
Long Island, New York. So figure if there's a Long Island railroad system, and if I hop on the train towards the city, it'll take an hour from where I live. Train ride.
See, again,
so
he lives in the
I'm
soft
far.
neighborhood.
I'm far enough where I don't have to
So
deal
you're
with the
not
city.
even
but
in New York.
Yeah, see, I live in the Bronx.
I'm sorry. Well, it's better than Staten Island.
And that's the worst island, and I've been to Rikers Island, and that's a prison.
Nobody wants to live in Staten Island.
Pete Davidson, isn't it? So dang, so you've you grew up in that area and everything, and you had moved there, and you seem to find your way, not get trapped as much, keep moving and pushing, because like they say, I mean, it's a city that moves and moves and moves, and I can see somebody barely moving there being a big issue.
I mean, it's a rough town. It's super expensive. I mean, I'm constantly working. But I love New York because like I am eccentric and I wear crazy costumes all the time, and nobody gives it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you're dressed all crazy. I just wear blue hair and I go to the grocery store in like Virginia or like Salt Lake City. They're like, what is this, Halloween? And I'm like, no, just sell me my beer, let's go. Like it's not a costume. Like they're like, what's this about? And I'm like, Lincoln
Way of life.
Yeah, no, they let you just express yourself, but then they're also super kind. Like they're not gonna let somebody just be messed with or bullied. They'll say something, you know what I mean? The big slogan is if you see something, say something. But New York is the multicultural, like all our friends hang out in the one place. Korean friends, everybody just hanging out in one spot. I love that.
That's amazing, and I can see that also being New York. I mean, it's an open trade for practically everybody there. Anybody that comes over that lives here in the United States or anything like that. That's really a great place. Yeah, it's a place where dreams can start, along with, I guess, LA. That's
Yeah, because I remember when I was like sitting, making the decision to come to New York, and I just like, I had asked myself, like, what does Mandy want? And I was like, and the first thought that came in my head, live from New York, it's Saturday night. And I was just like, let's go. I sold my motorcycle and I went, and been there since.
Oh, we're almost there. We're Saturday evening live right now.
Oh yeah, like every evening.
we're almost there. We're about to make it.
Almost only counted horseshoes and hand grenades, Lois.
Now, music. You guys have specific genres you like listening to, or?
I mean, all over the place. You know, it depends on the mood. I mean, my favorite band is Pink Floyd, but like, I can also stand for some, maybe some old school like Johnny Cash and stuff like that. I'm into like the old outlaw country, but then I don't like modern country. I like a lot of the classic rock and that kind of stuff. I'll put on some Beatles once in a blue moon, which is good. It's all over the place.
The
Everything from Biggie
latest
Smalls
playlist
to Elvis Presley. You know what I mean? It's the '90s hip hop, all that good stuff. It's eclectic.
Well, then again, being that you were an hour away from where all those big songs blew up, especially Biggie himself.
I think he needs a bigger belt buckle.
Yeah, it's getting swallowed in there now.
It's like belly button lit by this point.
And how about yourself, Lois?
I like hip hop, Cardi B, Tupac. Me and Tupac got the same birthday, and him and Snoop Dogg have the same birthday. So that's pretty fun.
Ironic.
Judas Priest, if I have to do rock. You know, I like rock, you know.
Okay.
A little Metallica action there.
Metallica, yeah.
Start
Pink Floyd,
playing the
but he
air
ruined it for
guitar.
me.
Start playing the air guitar, shredding a little bit in your own car and everything. All right, I can see
The only thing is I shred is my pants when I bend over. It's that it.
I got really good at sewing though because of that.
Do we have any questions from the audience that are